Hey guys, my name is Danish and welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to talk about a topic that is starting to get early adoption, which is 5G and all the components that are attached to this. So let's just get started. So, with the mode of 5G getting rolled out in the US and in a few European countries, and all of the bigger brands attaching 5G to all of their smartphones and increasing the base price, it is starting to get interesting because people are starting to look into buying 5G smartphones here in India, but we don't have even the starting initiation point of 5G being rolled out here. So, it is a bit of a teeter-totter here because we have to balance between cost and future proofing, and with the implementation of 5G in certain models, it does give it a price bump, and there are many companies that are using this as making a two-tiered system, with the base phone being launched and the same phone being launched with just 5G attached to it at a higher price. And I want to talk today about how much of a viability it is there right now and how much of an impact it is going to do to you guys. So comparing about the speeds, the raw speeds that you are going to get from 4G LTE, which is currently covering all over India, most of the places of high density cities, and the 5G which has been proposed. So 4G LTE can give you a maximum uplink of 100 megabits per second and a downlink of 50 megabits per second. So I'm talking about megabits, not megabytes. So if you go to 5G, it is going to be, there is a 5G low band spectrum, a 5G mid band spectrum, and the 5G high band / millimeter wave. So in the low band sector, you will get from a 30 to 250 megabits per second speed. In the mid band, you get the speed of 100 to 900 megabits per second, and the high band, which you will get a gigabit per second. So 5G is not purely gigabit, it is multiple different layers, and 5G is just the 5th generation that is running right now. So in real life scenarios, do you need this much performance? So number one, to stream 4K, which is one of the most data intensive mode right now, because Netflix and all of those are streaming 4K and they have that option available, including YouTube. And the maximum speed that I have checked out that you need to run 4K smoothly is about 15 to 25 megabits, which you can get on 4G LTE. And most of you are on smartphones which are not 4K screens, and most of the time they are 1080p or 1440p screens, so you don't even need that much of a higher bandwidth to enjoy your content consumption. Now talking about downloading big game files and sort of that is a sort of a niche application, because who goes and sits and downloads multiple gigabits of data every day, as in a game download or an app download? It's not just highly recurring that you might have to invest extra money to get the 5G. And talking about that, the extra money that you are paying is still not going to be used right now because we do not have the infrastructure even started to be set up. So 5G uses the 4G range of 600 to 850 for the low band, the mid band uses microwaves, and the millimeter wave, which is the ultra low distance thing, which can only work with line of sight. So number one, the spectrum hasn't been sold yet to the telecom companies yet for them to start using those bands. Number two, they need to add a lot more towers, because the higher you go in frequency, which is the hertz that is going for the transmission medium, the less and less it can go through solid surfaces. So you can see this in your own households if you have a dual Wi-Fi router system. So it has a 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, and the 2.4 gigahertz reaches a lot farther than 5 gigahertz because it can pass through a lot more mediums and get reflected and does not degrade as much and gives a bit more range. Even though it is at a lower speed, it does give you the range that you might require than 5G. So this is going to affect the same for 5G towers as well, as in the 4G towers are not going to be enough for it to be just upscaled and upgraded with 5G antennas and cover the same amount of distance, because it is not going to be the same amount of distance. So they have to add a lot more towers, which incurs a lot more cost, a lot more time, a lot more labor intensive, which is currently a big issue because of the ongoing situation we have from 2 years now. So yeah, 5G is not going to be rolled out anytime within this year or even the next year, and even if it does get rolled out, there has to be a mainstream coverage of that for it to be viable for consumers to buy into 5G packages from telecom companies. So if you are looking for a smartphone right now in this market, and if you have two smartphones in your budget, one which is 5G and one which is not, but the one which is not 5G gives you a lot more performance for your money, go for the non 5G variant, because 5G is not really worth it right now. And if you really think about future proofing, then you are not going to be looking at the budget ranges for buying a smartphone. So if you are looking for a value for money device, do not look at 5G as an option that you must have. Rather look at the cameras, the processor, the screen and all of that. And if you are going for a premium device, it's already included in the price, and it is only going to be one variant which has the 5G module in it with the antenna. So you can't go to worry about that in the long term, and that device, as it is a flagship, will already be future proofing you for a long duration. So I guess that's the topic of this video, and I hope I covered all the bases about this video. Hopefully this helps you in your purchase decision. And this topic came to mind because a friend of mine reached out and he wanted to look for a cheap budget 5G phone which was just launched this week, which was the Poco M3 Pro 5G for under 15,000 rupees. But I couldn't find any other good smartphone for that same price which included 5G, but I could find a lot of different devices in the budget category which gave a lot more performance for this money. So that debate sparked in my mind, so I thought let's make a video about it, and here we are. Yeah, so I guess that's the end of this video. If you like this video, give this video a like, get subscribed to my channel, and comment down below if I missed anything or what are your views on when 5G will be implemented in this country, and let's see what happens over there. And follow me on my social media channels to get updates of all of my videos and about tech I look at and have fun with. So as always, stay home, stay safe. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.